2 Peter chapter 2 shifts the tone of the letter dramatically, moving from the encouragement of spiritual growth to a stern warning against destructive influences within the community. The chapter speaks with urgency and intensity, exposing the presence of false teachers who subtly introduce deception, leading others away from the truth. These individuals are not simply mistaken, they are willfully corrupt, driven by greed and arrogance, distorting the message of grace for personal gain. Their impact is not minor, their presence brings disrepute to the way of truth and endangers the integrity of the faith itself. The author draws from a rich tapestry of scriptural history to underscore the seriousness of this threat. He recalls how God did not spare angels who sinned, nor the ancient world in Noah's time, nor the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, all of which stand as warnings of judgment against persistent evil. Yet within these accounts, there's also a reminder of God's power to rescue the righteous. Noah and Lot, though surrounded by corruption, were delivered, offering hope that God remains attentive to those who seek to live faithfully even in a world that grows increasingly hostile. The false teachers described are marked by boldness and arrogance. They mock what they do not understand and indulge in desires that enslave them, while promising freedom to others. Their words are hollow, appealing to the impulses of the unstable and newly converted, leading them back into the very corruption from which they had escaped. The irony is sharp, they claim enlightenment but are ensnared by darkness, their latter condition worse than the first because they turned away knowingly from the truth they once embraced. Throughout the chapter, there is a growing sense of moral decay tied to spiritual deception. These individuals are likened to springs without water and clouds driven by storm, promising life but delivering emptiness and chaos. Their fate is presented not as a mere possibility but as a certainty, a return to filth, like a dog to its vomit or a washed pig to the mire. The language is stark, even disturbing, but it reflects the seriousness with which the writer views the threat of false teaching and moral compromise within the church. 2 Peter chapter 2 stands as a passionate plea for discernment. It confronts the seductive power of distorted truth and challenges believers to remain grounded in the knowledge of Christ. In a world where voices compete for allegiance, it insists that not all who speak in spiritual language speak from God. The chapter is both a warning and a call to vigilance, reminding readers that faith must be guarded not just from external pressure, but from internal corruption masked in the guise of freedom.